So, welcome back to my election special where I talk about the mail that I have been receiving in order to woo me for the different positions. And this one is about state attorney and senator and a few other positions that are available, just general pieces that I like. So, without further ado, let me show you this guy. See, this is a great example. I'll be like doing like the Oscar thing. So, this would be a great example of clearest, cleanest. He'd get like the most American award because he's got red, white, and blue. There's a nice picture of him. Like it's nice and clean. Also, he's the guy with like the CD cover in the CD insert piece. Those are all people who believe in him. So Andrew Warren for state attorney actually has done a very good job of being very clear about um, who he is. He's running on being, let's see what he says, tough, smart, and fair. So he's done a pretty good job with his stuff, actually. He has spent a lot of money, though, because I think I have 7 or 8 pieces of money, mail from him. That's a lot of investment, so I'm assuming it's either a very powerful or well-paid job, and probably both. So, and actually, you may ask who he's running against, and nobody cares because I have like almost no mail from that person, so that person's not even putting up that much of a fight, actually. Now, another person who has an interesting spin is actually there's a big battle on the mail between Patrick Murphy and Marco Rubio. So this is for the US Senate. So Rubio, of course, tried to get elected or tried to become the Republican nominee for the presidential election, and it did not succeed. Obviously, that's Trump's, and said he was done with politics and he was out after that. But then his seat kind of opened up again because he hadn't really been there because he was running for the president piece. And his seat opened up because somebody else kind of stepped to the side to allow him to come back in because they were worried they might lose some Florida support there. So he's back. I don't really appreciate that I'm going away. I'm going to do something better. I'm not coming back. Okay, I'll come back because, again, that's my taxpayer money. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people in Florida seem to do that. Chris Christie is a very big one for just switching parties, making decisions. Anyway, you don't need to hear that rant. But this is a great one because, like, Patrick Murphy, man of light, Marco Rubio, bad guy, doom and gloom, doom and gloom. So that's a pretty good one. And again, they're using quotes, but it's just that dark and light. Really well done, Patrick Murphy. So the other thing that Patrick Murphy has going against him, though, is that Marco Rubio's campaign have done a pretty decent job with painting him a different color, too. So the color they've chosen is a Miami sunset. So you can see the palm trees and the sunset colors. And that all belies the hate speech, which is basically he's out of touch. He's basically claimed to have dual degrees, which apparently you can't get. He's also lied about being a CPA, which he's a CPA, but only one state where he had practiced. You have to read the detail of it to be sure if he's actually lied about things, or it's just whatever it is. But, a little massaging of the truth. And also claimed to be a small business owner when he's never had his own business. So, they've done a pretty good job of a pretty flyer. To begin with, you're like, oh, that's a cheap flyer. And then you're like, ooh, full color, like four-sided. So there we go. Marco Rubio also makes a point that he's lived in a giant freaking house. Let's see. He says, has lived in an 8,000 to 9,200 square foot mansion, spent his time in the swankiest private clubs in the world, and he's just out of touch. I bet you Marco Rubio doesn't live in a house at the end of somebody's block that is also, 1,000, 2,000 square feet. So I don't know how many stones you get to throw there, but I do get your point. And I like the sunset colors. So let's see. Ross Spano, he's got that old styly look. He's gone for a lot of different looks. He's gone for the old styly look. He's gone for, let's see what else is his. He's also gone for, I know I've got so much stuff, I have to rummage through and find the stuff. He's also gone for I'm Your Friendly Neighbor look. He's also the guy who actually has full names. So this is individual flyer. I cannot even begin to think about how much an individual flyer would cost somebody. But, top marks for making me feel loved. Thanks for that, Ross. On the other side of Ross is a very nice family woman who says that she's using modern props because she's in touch, you see. So she's And again, there's the dark lobbyists in the background there. But she's got a nice family. Her posters are generally brighter. I talk about local community. So this, I think, is really much more appealing to somebody like me. And then this like doom and gloom thing is for, I think you could say it's probably more for the guys, but I could be wrong about that. I mean, what do I know? So I'm going to say those are probably my favorite pieces. Sometimes they try and get a little too clever with these things that open up, that aren't that easy to open up, and then you get caught. So I would say, nice idea, trifolds, not a good idea. I'm going to give you a no winning award for that. You get to go home empty-handed at the Oscars for that one. So that, let me just push them all together now. Let me show you. These are all the non-presidential ones. Yeah, I know. And now what? I get to recycle them and they go in the trash, and what? What did we all learn, people? There's a lot of money in politics, which means there's a lot of power in politics, which basically these people are all playing with our lives. I would just prefer they stayed out of my life as much as possible, and then I wouldn't need any of this either. So election week looms. Let's see what interesting stuff unfolds. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching my channel, Andy the Unicorn. Please make sure to subscribe or like if you think I'm funny, or if I just sound funny, or if anything I do is funny. That's all good. Remember, always be yourself. Unless, of course, you can be a unicorn.